Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa. And on this hashtag Motivation Monday, we've got wellness and cutting edge technology with CEO and the founder of Infused by Epic, Kalon Baird. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure.
So nice to
Wellness and cutting edge technology, even nanotech?
Yeah, nanotechnology, the science of really small things.
So how do you use the science of really small things on this Miracle Monday to create what you've done?
So that's a good question. We use science that's kind of available in the big food and pharmaceutical sectors to transition that into the health and wellness space to make viable compounds more bioavailable. And a lot of people don't know that the CBD oil and the medicines that you take, that there's better delivery systems than just sticking it in MCT oil and then putting it in your mouth.
Wow.
So
you're
saying basically that you use a technology to get the CBD in me faster,
Correct.
better, so that I relax more.
Yep.
Okay,
And you kind of get what you're paying for as well.
So what are those delivery systems?
So we use a water-soluble version of the delivery system, and it's really a platform for embedding many nutraceuticals and plant compounds into this solution that can be added to a drink or can be taken directly, and it kind of gets into your bloodstream a lot faster without having to go through your digestive tract as much.
So what's the inspiration behind the name Infused by Epic? That's an epic name.
Right, yeah, thank you. The inspiration is really that we're a technology platform that infuses CBD and other nutraceuticals into products. And so we work really a lot in the drink space because our water-soluble technology is very suited for just adding to a drink. If you add CBD oil to a drink, it's just going to float on top. It's kind of like the bulletproof coffee to the next level.
Oh, so interesting.
I've read that you are a jack of all trades and a master of many, which is very rare because usually that means you're a master of none. So what is it about you as an entrepreneur?
I think I'm always very curious about trying to challenge myself and do new things. I think it really started with a bad relationship that I was in, and I needed to get out. I needed to do something different. I was working in the finance field, and it just wasn't fulfilling me. So I took up skydiving and wingsuit flying. And then
You found your wings.
I found my wings. and then that kind of gave me the confidence to sort of just start trying other things. I figured if I can jump out of planes for a living, then I could probably do anything.
True, very true.
Yeah. And so I was in the medical side of the cannabis industry, helping my mom with some ailments and other patients, more on the horticultural side. And then I kind of moved into the technology sector because I was looking for value added, propositions.
Like a true entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Right.
you always got to be shifting and seeing where the market's going and where you can add value instead of just take.
So where is this market going? Because the CBD world is booming right now.
I think it's hard to totally say because we're caught in this kind of gray area between the federal government and the local state laws and states' rights, and I think that you're going to see CBD be a very mainstream kind of addition to people's daily lives.
So interesting. What would you say has surprised you most on this entrepreneurial journey of yours?
I think it always takes more time and it's more expensive.
You never expect, huh?
Never a
than you
surprise,
expect.
though.
Yeah.
Is that really a surprise? Oh my God.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, and by having it go so slowly, we've actually been able to pivot very well and create new streams of value instead of being pigeonholed into a vertically integrated kind of supply chain model where most of the businesses in the CBD space are either cultivating or they're extracting, or they're purely marketing and branding, and so we're kind of caught in the middle of that supply chain.
So interesting. So talk to me a little bit because we've lots of entrepreneurs on and they're all fantastic and they talk about pivoting, and I wonder what have you learned about pivoting in ways to make it
Great
effective?
question.
Because lots of people, it's a data-driven decision they make. For other people,
Right.
it's more intuitive, or maybe it's a mix of both. What's worked for you?
For me, it's like pivoting is the name of the game, I think, in business. And I think if you're flexible and you can be nimble on your feet, then you're able to kind of roll with the punches. And especially in the CBD industry and the cannabis industry that's changing ever so rapidly. So for me, I've learned that keeping an ear to the ground and being aware of what the business is telling me and what the market's telling me is the most valuable kind of asset that I've derived from my journey.
Interesting. Well, tell people where they can find and work with you.
I can be found at Infused by Epic, or you can follow me on social media at whois_KB.
So good.
Stay tuned. We'll be back more.
Thank you,
Good Morning
guys.
LaLa Land.